Ohio State House in Columbus, Ohio, where there are hundreds of people outside the State House demanding that the state reopen. So what I'm going to do is just kind of walk around, show you the lay of the land, interview a few different people, and see what else is going on.
Did you account?
So I was just told there's about 500 people here. All right, this is Kyle Olson from Breitbart News. I am outside the Ohio State House in Columbus, Ohio, where about 500 people have gathered to protest the governor's stay-at-home orders. If you would do me a favor and share this video so more people can see it, I would appreciate that.
I've noticed there's been a lot of people showing at the bank lately.
I'm Kyle Olson with Breitbart News. Would you be willing to just answer a couple questions about why you're here today?
He's ready for that.
Okay. So why are you here today?
I'm here for the lockdown and quarantine.
How is it impacting you?
Stuck at home.
Are you still able to work?
Huh?
Are you still able to work?
I just went back to work.
You just went back to work. What kind of work do you do?
I work for High Point Firearms.
So what do you think about the turnout, and what do you want the governor to do?
Unlock Ohio. The turnout's great.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
It's like 39 degrees.
So I'm Kyle Olson with Breitbart News.
Pardon?
I'm Kyle Olson with Breitbart News.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I'm live streaming on our Facebook page. So what brings you out today?
This rally, more money for unemployment and child family services and Social Security.
How has the shutdown affected you?
Pardon?
How has the shutdown affected you?
Making it so I couldn't get a job and work.
What do you want the governor to do?
Ask Donald Trump for more money. We definitely need more money, you know.
What's your name?
William Beck,
Okay. Where are you from?
Columbus, Frederick
Columbus?
County, yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Got some fun-loving Americans who are pissed off. There they are. There you are.
What happened to the Bill of Rights? You know, the one governor
Hi.
didn't.
I'm Kyle Olson with Breitbart News.
Yay, Breitbart!
Yeah.
Yay! Awesome.
So I am live on our Facebook page. We have 33,000 people watching.
Okay.
So what brings you out today?
Well, we first came out to pray. We came out at 12 o'clock because we just thought that the whole event should be covered with prayer. But now we're just really having a lot of fun, and it's great that so many people have shown up. I'm a big fan of Breitbart, and it's great that you guys are out there, you know, putting out, you know, good, truthful information every day. So you guys are awesome. Thanks for being in Ohio.
Yes. We want them to open up Ohio now.
So what? Talk a little bit about the impact that it's had on you personally, and people you know, and your city, and all of that.
So for me personally, I've been furloughed. I've never been unemployed or furloughed in my entire life. I'm 56 years old, and I've always worked since I was 12 years old. So, I mean, I just don't know what to do with myself if I'm not working. So, you know, it's affected us greatly. You know, we've got some money saved, so we're financially doing all right. But we've got to get back to work. I mean, if you're following the data and the bad models that were put out originally, I mean, that was just, you know, not true. So it's great that so many people have shown up today to make their voices heard.
And so it hasn't been a great impact on me because, unfortunately, I was not working. But my husband, he's a painting contractor, so he's still able to work. And my daughter, it does impact her because she can't go to work. She worked at the flower shop, so she has basically no income coming in, but she's trying to do some other things to offset that with Instacart, those kind of things. But it has hurt her pretty hard, and as well as my son. So
what message would you like to give to the governor today?
Governor, you need to open up Ohio now.
Well, and you need to stop listening to Amy Acton, who is a pro-abortion Obama supporter. You know, that does not represent people of Ohio. A lot of the people in Ohio don't support that worldview. So, you know what, you've got to follow the data. You know, I think everybody was patient and went along with the, you know, shutdown, you know, when the models were showing such high numbers. But we're on the far side down of that curve. You know, we're not going to be able to stay in our houses forever. And, you know, we're going to have to get out. So protect the people who are seniors and who have, you know, underlying health issues. But the rest of us need to get back to work, or, you know, the cure is going to be worse than the disease.
That's it.
What are your names?
I'm Melanie.
Okay.
And also follow the Constitution.
I go by Liberty Mel on Facebook, so.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, you want to be on it? No. Kyle Olson live from the Ohio State House in Columbus, Ohio. There's about 500 people out here talking to different people who are want the state to reopen, want Governor DeWine to reopen the state. So thanks for tuning in. If you like this video, please share it. We want as many people to see it as possible, and we will keep bringing them to you.
Sure.
Okay. So what brings you out today?
I want to get the state back opened. We've not been given all the information since February 12th. Hospitalizations, we're getting cumulative data. The whole purpose of this whole shutdown was to keep our system from getting overwhelmed. We're getting a cumulative total of reports. We do not get currently hospitalized. We have over 34,000 beds. IMHE estimates 14,290 beds in Ohio, but that's based on our historical usage. We've cleared out all the elective surgery, so that number is probably higher. We get reports of 93 hospitalizations over the last 24 hours. Here's the 5-day average. Let's say it's 10 days, we're under 1,000 in the hospitalization. We have a cumulative total of 7 counties with 0, 11 counties with 1, 2 counties, we have 57 counties with a cumulative of less than 10 hospitalizations. The data does not add up. Our purpose was to keep the system from getting overwhelmed. We're not even close to that, and we're not being shared the data why.
So where'd you get this data?
This data is from the Ohio website as of today, the Ohio State's COVID-19 website. This is the independent research. This is from the IMHE model website estimate. This is actually reported from the Ohio COVID-19 website.
So what's your message to the governor today?
Open up. This is all overblown.
Okay, what's your name?
My name's Jeff Hatcher.
Can you spell it?
Geoff Hatcher. Hatcher. All right, thank you.
Out here to educate people, because some of them seem to not know what's going on and who controls America, and they're not going to be able to fix the problem if they keep letting them divide the liberals and Republicans, and they need to know who the leaders are, but you're not allowed to talk about them because you'll lose everything you own and they'll censor you. Like when Breitbart interviewed me before, they just swept it under the rug. Like, I'm running for president, and I believe that's highly illegal for the media to treat me like they have.
So what's your message to the governor today?
That he should stop working to protect people like Lex Wexner, who funded Epstein and his child sex rape ring, and that maybe he should know we're on to him, and that he's guilty of probably child rape as well, and blackmail by them, and just other assorted terrorist things. Like most of the people in the government have been committing terrorism for a long time, and they just get away with it, and it's wrecking this country to allow them to keep profiting off the stuff they're doing. Sean Jones. Well, I got a Facebook, Sean Jones, and I've also got a YouTube. I believe it's /Hellion666, and that's probably the best way. If you search for Sean Jones 2020. It's likely to bring it up. Or if you search for Defiance Order, that's like a band and group I've got, and that will bring up my stuff as well. What's your name?
Kyle.
Good.
This is Kyle also with Breitbart News, coming to you from the Ohio State House in Columbus, Ohio, where there are hundreds of people out here protesting, demanding that the Governor, Mike DeWine, reopen the state so they can get back to work, they can provide for their families. Thank you for watching. Please share this video so more people can see it. Like and comment. Do everything you can so people can see it. Thank you.
Oh, hi.
Can you just tell me why you're here today?
Yeah, we're here because we understand it. It's not acceptable, right? Economic suicide is not acceptable. We understand, the people understand that this disease is not as dangerous as the economy. We need jobs. And so we're going back to work whether Governor DeWine wants it or not, okay? Because we will not commit suicide.
So what's it doing to the economy?
Oh, in Ohio, it's just devastating. I mean, we're at about 22% of the workforce. I did a calculation that I sent to Governor DeWine. So far, we've lost $3.5 billion in wages for blue-collar people. We've shut down 200,000 businesses, okay? We cannot sustain this. And so they never calculated the cost of their actions.
What kind of businesses are you talking about?
We're talking about hair salons, lawn care companies, heating and cooling, even construction. Like there's certain things they won't let you do. I had a friend who owned rental properties. A refrigerator went bad. He can't buy a refrigerator. Okay? This is madness, and it's a hysteria that was caused by bad data. But now we need to change course. We need to look at the real data because here's a message for everybody. This flu is not any worse than a regular flu. If you get this, 99.97% of you will live. It is not a killer, it's a flu.
So what message do you want to send to the governor today?
Governor DeWine, don't try to slow walk this. Do everything you can to restart the economy, or you're going to be laying off policemen and firemen and other government workers because you've got no tax revenue. We are not afraid, Governor DeWine. We are not afraid. We will go back to work right now.
What's your name?
Tom Zawistowski from the We the People Convention. ZAWISTOWSKI.
From where?
We the People Convention. We the People Convention. Right. I'll give you a card too. Because thank you. All right, thank you. That's the message we got to give.
Because we believe that what Governor DeWine and Amy Acton are doing is unconstitutional.
So tell me, what impact is it having on you?
Well, because we can't work, we can't feed our family. It's not fair they're getting paychecks and we're not.
So what's your message to the governor today?
Open Ohio now. It's green. It's green.
Open Ohio now. Listen to her. Come on, DeWine. 100,000 people were supposed to die. Amy Atkins. What a way to scare people. Let's go. It's go time. We're strong in Ohio. Open up now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Where are you at? Oh, we love you. He's got a great sign too. Because I made it.
All right. Yeah, what would you say to the staff at Breitbart?
We love you.
Keep up the good work.
Yep.
right, this is Kyle Olson with Breitbart News, coming to you live from outside the Ohio State House in Columbus, Ohio, where hundreds of people have turned out to protest Governor Mike DeWine's executive orders shutting down the state. People I've talked to have demanded that the state be reopened so people can go back to work, so businesses can reopen, and people can provide for their families and provide tax revenue for the state of Ohio. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video, please share it so more people can see it.
That's the guy who sits in that up there. You know what?
On April 5th, 3 Toledoans were arrested for assembly. Here are their stories, and here's the sign with their pictures. Mr. Weiss was arrested just after midnight on that Monday while police were responding in the neighborhood with a gathering of nearly 75 people on the street and sidewalk. Officers advised the crowds to disperse due to the stay-at-home orders. Mr. Weiss was charged with violating the stay-at-home order. He did nothing else except assemble. We have the First Amendment right to assemble. The second person, Miss Barber, was also arrested at approximately 10:15 p.m. on that Sunday after police responded to a report of nearly 50 people assembling in the neighborhood. She was charged with violating the stay-at-home order. She did nothing other than assemble. We have the right to assemble. The last person, Christopher Kinnebrew, was charged with obstructing official business when the police were responding to a different call in the neighborhood and realizing he was assembling at somebody's house. All he did was assemble, and he got charged with 2 counts. One of assembling and one of obstructing official business. Our citizens are being arrested for observing our First Amendment right to assemble. Thank you, Mike DeWine. Thank you very much. This is my father here. He has another story to tell.
I'm an attorney. Okay, I'm an attorney, and this statement is by Lawrence Tribe. He is a Democratic law professor at Harvard, and after he noticed what Mike DeWine's order related to the election, him canceling the election illegally, he said Ohio mustn't become the graveyard for the rule of law. That's what's at stake here, is the rule of law. Thank you.
sign?
Mike DeWine says he's pro-life, but there are abortion clinics running in this state that are not licensed properly, and they issued a cease and desist order, and DeWine and Acton have refused to enforce those cease and desist orders. I think it's because politics. I think it's because for whatever reason, he has appointed Amy Acton, who is a Democrat and who supported Obama, to be our Ohio Department of Health administrator. And I don't know why he won't fire her, but he's letting her run the show, not only about abortions, but about this whole fiasco, which is a farce. We need to open Ohio now.
So what's your message to the governor today?
Open Ohio and shut down the illegally running abortion clinics that are not licensed. We can prove it. Contact Cleveland Right to Life or Right to Life Action Coalition. We can prove that the biggest mills in Ohio are not licensed properly.
Did you come from Cleveland today?
Yes, I did.
What is your name?
Janine Jones. I'm the secretary for Cleveland Right to Life.
Great. And where? Do you know their website?
ClevelandRightToLife.org.
Great. Thank you. Here's the mainstream media right here taking a picture of the one Confederate flag, which will most likely be on the cover of the newspaper tomorrow.
Right, Bart? Yeah. Awesome. All right. You recording it? Mike DeWine?
Let's point this way so my microphone's not going at the street.
Mike DeWine, you got to go. You and Amy Atkins got to go. No more globalism.
So how has the shutdown affected you?
The shutdown's affected my fellow Ohioans in our country, and it's not about the virus. It's about trying to enslave us. Bill Gates has funded the World Health Organization. Bill Gates promoted vaccines for far too long. And now we got this supposed virus, and you want us all to take vaccines? No.
So what's your message to the governor today?
To stop being a globalist. Otherwise, we're going to recall you out of there.
Is there talk of that? Is there talk of a recall?
Yeah, I've already pushed my representative in my district.
What's your name?
Daniel Shively.
How do you spell it?
Shively.
Where are you from?
Dayton, Ohio.
Great, thank you.
Yep, thank you.
I don't agree with anything. I don't think that he should basically be involved in that, but we already know why he's involved with that because, you know, it dates back years ago. He's always been about genocidal.
Exactly.
His father wrote books about it. He's got books about it.
Well, his father was one of the people that started Planned Parenthood.
Exactly. Yeah.
And of course, you know the story of that.
Right.
Singer.
Yep.
And that's why they're all predominantly black men.
Exactly. Yep, exactly.
Awesome. How are you?
How's it going?
Good.
I'm Kyle with Breitbart.
Okay.
Oh,
So
are you?
what? So what brings you out today?
Well, they need to open up Ohio. All Ohioans are essential, regardless. It should not be this certain people are essential. Everybody should be essential. They need to reopen up Ohio.
How has it impacted you?
It hasn't really impacted me that much because I am an essential worker. But on the other hand, there is workers within my actual company that because I work in the medical field and that they are medical workers, what's going on is allow them to not be able to work. So
what's your name?
My name is John.
John. Where are you from?
I'm from Clayton, Ohio.
From where?
Clayton, Ohio.
Clayton, okay.
Yep. Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Endorsed by the Ohio Republican PAC.
Hey, I'm proud to be an American. I can't really hear anything. I'm proud to be an American. Today, I'm proud to be an American.
I'm sorry? President Bill W? Oh, yeah. How long? 20 years. 31. Congratulations. Better life. Oh, there's not even any comparison. Up over there, about them waking up then and waking up now. Yep. No, I wouldn't be down here. I'd be somewhere. Especially with all the guns down there. Keep it peaceful.
This is Kyle Olson with Breitbart News. I am outside the Ohio State House in Columbus, Ohio, where hundreds of people have turned out to protest Governor Mike DeWine's executive actions to close the state because of coronavirus. People I've talked to have asked to go back to work. They've asked to have businesses reopen, kids go back to school, so they can get back to their regular lives. Please share this video so more people can see it.
Shut Columbus down! Shut that harbor, baby! Woo! Woo! Come on, you can do better than that.
Problem is they're also pussies.
Come on!
people here than are in the hospital in the state, probably right now.
From Breitbart News. I am outside the Ohio State House, where hundreds of people have gathered to demand that Governor Mike DeWine reopen the state. They want to go back to work. They want schools to reopen. A lot of pent-up frustration, people wanting the state to reopen. Thanks for watching this video. Please keep watching. I'm watching the comments. Please share it. Thank you.
In the morning, but that David Webb is really starting to piss me off. He follows the company line, hook, line and sinker.
So what brings you out today?
I just want to open up the state. Our rights need to be stopped being trampled on.
So how has the shutdown affected you?
Myself personally, it hasn't really affected me. I'm a house flipper, so I've been working right along, but it's not fair. And I'm more worried about what the future may bring with acts like this.
What's your message to the governor today?
Open Ohio up now.
What's your name?
Scott Martin.
Where are you from?
Hideaway Hills, Ohio.
Great, thank you. State House, where hundreds of people have gathered in Columbus, Ohio, to protest Governor Mike DeWine's actions to shut down the state in his attempt to stop coronavirus. I've talked to a lot of different people who have been upset about businesses being closed and jobs being lost, schools being closed. People have been talking about the data and all sorts of things. And so I am coming to you live. If you like this video, please share it, comment, and like. Thank you very much.
So I came out today because what has happened in Ohio and across the nation really is anti-constitutional. We need to be safe, but we need to defend our rights, and it's critical that we get out and we protest. But beyond that, I know that people have been watching the stream, saw there are several hundred people here protesting. But what's really critical is that we've got to translate this energy and this emotion into actual practical efforts. We gotta instead of being outside the State House, we gotta be inside the State House, helping people, helping the legislators know what we want, and getting legislation passed that is along the lines of what we need. We need to revive the republic. Sorry.
So what do you need?
So what we need is the administrative state has got to be rolled back. Ohio, believe it or not, Ohio back in 1970 had almost the same number of people as Texas. Today, Texas has 29 million people. Ohio has about 11.7. What happened is that Texas kept their government in check. They opened the doors for business, and here in Ohio, we have too much status quo. We have too many high taxes, and we are not open for business. So we got to figure that out because too many people are leaving Ohio and going elsewhere, and I want to stop that.
So what's your message to the governor today?
My message to the governor is step number one is we got to let people be free. We got to reduce the stay-at-home orders. We're smart enough to figure out what we need to do to minimize the risk, and then we got to step number two is we got to take the energy that's going on today and become organized and start working on inside the State House instead of outside.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Kyle with Breitbart News.
ads or censoring on Facebook. So we have a Facebook page too at Free Ohio Now. But as a backup plan, we need a way to communicate with the people that came out. And there's just a group of us from Northeast Ohio that came together earlier in the week to decide to do this.
So why did you decide to take action?
Because of the egregious and overreach measures by the Ohio Director of Health, Dr. Amy Acton, and as we've seen, lawsuits are already coming in.
Well, and so tell me more about her, because somebody over there was telling me about her, which information I hadn't heard. And
okay.
So tell me a little bit about her background and the information on the government.
Okay. What I know about Dr. Amy Acton is my daughter is finishing up at the Ohio State Medical School. She'll be graduating in 2 weeks, and so I've known that she taught over there, and if anybody's been watching the press release or the press conferences, there was someone cheering for public health in the audience, and so I think she's just she's a big advocate in that area of public health. So the latest thing where she's having volunteers, I saw the headline in the Ohio Star where those volunteers would assist in tracing connections between people who are diagnosed with or tested positive for the Wuhan, China virus or CCP virus. I read the Epic Times. Yes, yeah.
Is this your only event that's taking place?
Yeah, this is the first I've come out. It's kind of, I would have to say I was in a bit of shock for a couple weeks, and so we're just getting our feet under us.
Is there another event next week?
Yes, there is another event next week. Oh, yes.
Tell me.
There's going to be a rally next week, Open Ohio Now, and it's going to be at 1 o'clock, right here at the State House. There's going to be speakers coming in, and part of our effort here of getting the people on our mail list is so we can let them know who's speaking next week. So that'll be April 27th at 1 o'clock.
I saw Wisconsin, they're saying May 26th. Michigan is supposed to be April 30th.
Yeah. So he's DeWine's hinted that May 1st he's looking to reopen, but I don't know that it's going to be wholesale. I'm thinking, yes.
Okay, so one more time.
Sure. FreeOhioNow.com is our website, and you can sign up right on the front page of the website or on our Facebook page. My name is Kirsten Hill. Yes. Kirsten.
Thank you. Where are you from?
I'm from Lorraine County.
What's your name?
Sure. My name is Tom Happ from Lake County.
I came out because of the constitutional injustice that's being done, not only by Governor DeWine of our state of Ohio, but also throughout many states, multiple states, where, and the problem originates is that these elected officials take an oath to the Constitution, but then, like in Ohio, Ohio Revised Code comes along, and they seem to forget their oath to the Constitution, and then they feel like and act like they have an oath to Ohio Revised Code. So they pass a law, they follow the law, and the act isn't in the Constitution. There's no health department in the Constitution, but yet she moved an election and shut down a constitutional election, and the legislators came in after the fact and did the old, the shuffle. And I used to be in this legislative body. I'm a former state rep, and you've got 99 state reps in there. You probably have less than a dozen that actually know the Constitution. That's a great question. Governor DeWine was interviewed by Bob France last Wednesday, and he insinuated that he didn't know what to do, what the right thing to do. The right thing is to follow the Constitution. If I was in there right now, and we just found this out yesterday, They slipped in an omnibus bill the last time they had a session to not release public records, to honor public records request for 90 days after this emergency or until December 2020. Well, that's egregious. For the most transparent, supposedly the most transparent government, why are you not honoring the records request? Americans, there's a lawsuit right now by a group to get the modeling that they use out of Ohio State, and they're having to sue for it. And so somebody buried in this omnibus bill, this education bill, they slipped in, nobody had time to read it, that these records are not going to be released till after the elections. Now, that's a little suspicious to me. The first thing I would do is I'd write draft articles for impeachment of DeWine for what he unconstitutionally did, shutting down the election through this Department of Health, and I would be introducing legislation to remove that law so that we can release records, that Freedom of Information Act does go forward. That's unconscionable. It is dereliction of duty. It is not government of we the people to hide that information from us. Those are government documents. We have a right to them.
What's your name?
Steve Krause.
And where are you from?
I'm from Erie County.
Great.
Cedar Point.
Cedar Point.
Cedar Point. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the mic check. It all of a sudden got really windy here, so I'm doing what I can. right, this is Kyle Olson with Breitbart News outside the Ohio State House in Columbus, Ohio, where hundreds of people have turned out. They say that this is not the only protest they're going to have, but they're trying to put pressure on Governor Mike DeWine to reopen the state so people can go back to work, kids can go back to school. Thank you for watching.